can you talk a little bit about, you mentioned that there are some ties between Atlanta and Hyderabad. Can you talk about those, particularly with Georgia Tech?
Yeah, in the education field, the Georgia Tech has come to Hyderabad, and government has already given 20 acres of land, and they are already processing land of 400 acres in Visakhapatnam, which is about 500 kilometers from Hyderabad. And that is one area, the US company. And another company is coming with 1200 acres, the semiconductor unit. Semiconductor unit is coming up in Hyderabad, close to Hyderabad. About.
Where is this company from?
This is Sim India. So that exact company, which is I am told it is from the United States, but exact place I am not able to tell you right now. But I can tell you, send you the details. But it is also coming. There's 1200 acres, and biotechnology. I understand that Georgia has got very good reputation for the biotechnology products, and it's 7th in the United States. And Hyderabad also is concentrating on biotechnology, and we have our government has allocated 1,000 acres of land, and 6 years ago biotech parks have been developed, and they are already in the process of running it, and the same thing.
Will that Georgia Tech company, will that Georgia Tech campus be, I guess, trying to invest in those areas, as far as concentrate in those areas, in the biotech and some of the
I don't know,
IT
but
industries?
I don't know. They must be doing so, because the Georgia Tech will be in operational from 2009 onwards.
Okay.
So once it is in operation, we will be able to say, and we can have a dialogue with the Georgia Tech Atlanta.
And I've also heard that there is Georgia, the state of Georgia is considering opening an office in India, and it's interesting. We did a survey, a Global Atlanta survey, not too long ago, I guess maybe a year ago or so, and asking our readers, where do you think that the new office should be located in India? And we listed 5 different cities, and Hyderabad was not even listed, and it was written in by 40% of the respondents. So can you talk about the possibility, I guess Mr. Hartmann first, have you had any meetings with people since Mr. Reddy has been here that would make you think that that's moved along anymore?
We have met with some Georgia officials, and Mr. Reddy will have another meeting as well, of course, to promote Hyderabad.
Yep.
But I personally have to say I was very impressed, not that I was not impressed with the other cities, but Chennai seems to be, I think, from a city structure, less well structured and less well suited than Hyderabad. In Mumbai, the traffic and the cost of living and doing business was very, very high. And there's an additional point, maybe as an Atlantan or German-Atlantan. Hyderabad will get the largest international airport in India shortly, which would definitely benefit any people who do business between the two countries.
And how will the Indo-American Chamber, your branch, one of 14, is that correct? How will you promote that airport as a means to connect Atlanta and other cities to Hyderabad?
Yeah, see, the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce is taking the lead in bilateral trade between India and US, with the close contact with consulates and embassies in India, American embassies. And here also, Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce is also a part of our Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. We interact with them.
That's interesting that you're here now, because they are actually on a trade mission as we speak to India.
Yeah. So I'll be meeting them shortly, Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce people also. And I definitely like to bid Hyderabad for Georgia's office in Hyderabad, because of various factors, as Mr. Hartmann has said. The first and foremost thing is that Georgia existence is already there with the Georgia Tech University. And next is the biggest airport is coming up in Hyderabad. That will be the biggest of Indian cities. And secondly, then we have lot of growth in the sector of biotechnology, in the sector of industries, in the sector of manufacturing cars, in the sector of manufacturing light commercial vehicles. So with Nissan collaboration, one company is coming up in Hyderabad. So with all these things, and it's a very, very beautiful weather compared to other cities of the country. So I would very strongly feel that bid that Georgia's state's office should be coming to Hyderabad.
Do you know of any other cities they are considering? And that's something we'll ask them as well. But
we do not know really, but maybe if they are considering, maybe Delhi, maybe Bombay, maybe Chennai, we don't know. They are all the one of the big cities of the country. I would like to really meet them and discuss with them. The chief of the Georgia Development Corporation, and then meet them and interact with them. And I would like to brief them and give them more details of our state, so that they will be considering to come to Hyderabad.
can you talk, first of all, before we cut everything off, about the demand for the gates at the airport? That was very interesting to me.
Yeah, you would like me to repeat once again. We have started with a 20 gate in the airport, with 20 gates. Airport wanted to be started. Then by the time the construction work started, the demand came up to 30 gates. Now the demand is for 50 gates. So I understand that a lot of international carriers, international operators wanting space in that place. So ultimately now it's leaving the expansion in the future. Right now it's going to be started with about 18 gates.
And have you met with any kind of transportation officials, or have you thought about doing that here in Atlanta?
We really do not know. I think our government may be working on it. And I would like to also add one more thing, that this international airport is about 50 kilometers away from the city. And from the city to airport, there is one expressway is being built. It will be completed maybe by June. June of this year it will be completed. It will be expressway through the city over the road. So it's already in the construction, and it will be in operation by June. You will take only about 20 minutes to reach the city.